Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, you were invited to join us in this weekly Buddhist Newsreel on Phật online channel. Hereafter, 5 major headlines of Buddhist activities of the week. 9th National Buddhist Congress successfully organized. Prime Minister welcomes Vietnam Buddhist Sangha leaders of 9th tenure. Ho Chi Minh City welcome 4th Dharma Master of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Most Venerable Thích Quảng. India, Foundation Stone Laying Ceremony held to build Dhamma Dipa International Buddhist University. Digest of Buddhist voluntary activities of the week. The following are the news and details. After 2 days of the Congress, in the spirit of democracy, solidarity, and responsibility, the 9th National Buddhist Congress, tenure 2022-2027, took place at the Soviet Friendship Cultural Palace, Hanoi capital, officially closed with the joy of all participants.
The Congress agreed to honor the Most Venerable Thích Quảng as the 4th Dharma Master of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Councils of Patrons, and Most Venerable THICH continues to assume the positions of Administrative Council Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. The Congress approved the guideline and mandated assignment, including 12 key tasks and solution to successfully implement the program of activities of the 9th Congress, tenure 2022-2027, already presented at the Congress. The Congress unanimously approved the Charter of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, amended version. The list of ordained monks and nuns to the hierarchy was ratified for honorifics of 268 Most Venerable, 1,102 Venerables, 391 Master Nuns, and 1,581 nuns. After the ceremony of honoring His Holiness Dhamma Master of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, it was the ceremony to recite the Dhamma Karapatthana Sutra to express the will and aspirations of the Congress to honor His Holiness Dhamma Aspirations Master. The Most Venerable Thích Quảng delivered the blessing words for the delegates of the Congress, monks and nuns, and Vietnamese Buddhists in the country and abroad. Most Venerable Thích, head of the Congress Organizing Committee, delivered his closing speech, saying that the content approved at the 9th National Buddhist Congress 2022-2027 are guidelines for activities. Buddhist activities in the next 5 years, especially in the next stages of development along with the country's ascending trend. Immediately after the success of the Congress, all boards at the central and local level should disseminate and widely propagate the successful output of the Congress, study and disseminate the resolutions and speeches at the Congress, urgently strengthen the entire organizational apparatus to build and develop the monastic program of Buddhist activities, emphasized Most Venerable Thích.
After the success of the 9th National Buddhist Congress, tenure 2022-2027, on the evening of November 29, 2022, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính met with the delegation of the Council of Patrons, the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Parochial Council of the 9th tenure of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, who visited and reported on the outputs of the Congress at the headquarters of the government.
On behalf of the Central Committee of the Sangha, Most Venerable Thích, Chairman of the Ministry Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, gave a brief summary to the Prime Minister about the successful outputs of the 9th Buddhist Congress. The National Buddhist Congress aggregated over 1,000 delegates during 3 days of November 27th to 29th. In particular, the President Nguyen Xuân Phúc attended and spoke at the Congress. The Congress honored the Most Venerable Thích Quảng as the 4th Dharma Master of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. Speaking at the meeting, the Prime Minister congratulated the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha for the successful 9th National Buddhist Congress. Congratulations to Most Venerable Thích Quảng, Dharma Master of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, and the entire Council of Patrons, Most Venerable Thích, Chairman of the Ministry Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, who has just been honored and nominated by the Congress to take the position. The Prime Minister believes that the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, under the leadership of the Elder Most Venerable the Fourth Dharma Master and the Most Venerable Chairman of the Ministry Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha will preside over the new tenure with many successes, operating and developing in the direction of discipline, responsibility, solidarity, development, set out by the 9th National Buddhist Congress. In reply, Most Venerable Dharma Master thanked the Prime Minister for the concern deserved for the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, the monks and nuns, and affirmed that the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha has always made full efforts to be diligent and united in realization of the ideals of enlightenment, the truth that harmonizes them in peace and social justice. His Holiness Dharma Master affirmed that the Vietnamese Buddhism has the tradition of protecting the nation and people, accompanying the nation through the periods of ups and downs and events of history. Buddhist culture, imbued with the national culture, has a symbiotic and reciprocal role in constituting the Vietnamese national culture.
On the morning of November 30th, the honorifics of Ho Chi Minh City Buddhist Parochial Board, the Vietnam Buddhist University in Ho Chi Minh City, and thousands of Buddhists respectfully welcome the fourth Dharma Master of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Elder Most Venerable Thích Quảng, back to the headquarters of the City Provincial Buddhist Parochial Board Office in Vietnam National Patriarchal Temple, District 10.
Most Venerable Thích Lệ Trang, head of Ho Chi Minh City Buddhist Parochial Board, Venerable Thích Thanh Phong, and representatives of the standing section were present at Tân Sơn Nhất Airport with Mr. Nguyễn Duy Tân, head of the Ho Chi Minh City Religious Affairs Committee, and a representative of the Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee's Mass Mobilization Department. Arriving at Vietnam National Patriarchal Temple, the ritual sections invited him to locate in the main hall. Most Venerable Thích Lệ Trang made a presentation about the organizations, proclaimed and congratulations, reviewed the biography of the fourth Dharma Master of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, and paid tribute to the leader of the Sangha in the supreme positions of the Council of Patrons, just recently elected in Hanoi during the 9th National Buddhist Congress, November 29, 2022. On this occasion, His Holiness the Dharma Master delivered an educational sermon. Accordingly, he recited the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and honored the names of the monastic patriarchs who brought Buddha's teachings and the Zen life to Zadig, this southern region several hundred years ago. He confided himself about the ups and downs of the path of religious practice, personal goodwill, the mystery of the Buddha Dhamma, and the Bodhisattva practice according to the Lotus Sutra. Regardless of his ever role, he had learned the moral conduct from his predecessor. He's always willing to use all his knowledge and experience to serve the Dhamma. The Most Venerable Thích Quảng recalled the teaching of the first Dharma Master of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Most Venerable Thích Đức Nhuận, through his consultations about early Dharma preaching after the founding of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, 1981. Monks and nuns need to have precept, concentration, wisdom, seeing and knowing the truth in order to behave appropriately on the path of ascetic practice. He laid a stress on it. He encouraged monks and nuns to strive to practice in accordance with the Dhamma, to do things that benefit the majority, especially the exemplary undertakings during the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic in Ho Chi Minh City. The Dharma Master shared about the deep sentiments and respectful remarks of the President and Prime Minister during meeting and service, especially during and after the National Buddhist Congress of the 9th Tenure in Hanoi recently. He called on the monks, nuns, and Buddhists to continue to perform many Buddhist works, making more practical contribution to the nation for the development of the country. I hope you all make efforts, put all your heart and mind to the fullest, to set a good example for the children of the Buddha. May the three jewels bless you and keep you safe on the path of spreading the Dhamma and saving sentient beings. The Dharma Master preached and prayed and wished praise to the monks, nuns, and the Buddhists.
On the afternoon of November 29, 2022, at Saprum, Tripura State, Northeast India, a stone-laying ceremony took place to build the Dhamma Dipa International Buddhist University, DDIPU. This is the first international Buddhist university run by Buddhist monks.
Attending the stone-laying ceremony were Venerable Dr. Dhammapiya, Secretary General of the World Buddhist Confederation, founding chairman of the Dhamma Dipa International Buddhist Institute, Chief Monk Sakya Gasan, World Buddhist Organization with the Korean Buddhists and Venerables from countries Myanmar, Vietnam, Thailand, Taiwan, and Bangladesh. The spiritual ceremony was followed by a welcome song performed by students of Dhamma Dipa School and a message from His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, read by Mrs. Portia B. Conrad. I would like to extend my best wishes to all who are here today at the stone-laying ceremony for the Dhamma Dipa International Buddhist University in Sabrum, Tripura State. Dibu was born with an important role not only in Tripura but also throughout the northeast region of India. With best wishes and prayers to the school leadership, I wish the construction project to be completed soon. On behalf of the Korean SANGHA, Venerable Sakya Gasan said that Buddhism had a special relationship with India in the past. The relationship between Korea and India was further strengthened with today's Dhamma Dipa International Buddhist University stone-laying ceremony. The representative of the local government, Mr. Emla Shankaroy, said that this dream of the International Buddhist University will be realized with the efforts of the Venerable Dr. Dhammapiya, especially with the former minister Biplab Kumar Deb, currently parliamentary senator of Rajya Sabha. Having the advantage geographical location close to international Buddhist centers in Southeast Asia, state of Tripura, mainly Uchai, Mok, and Chakma Buddhists, Dibu will be a place to study Buddhism, Buddhist approach to nature. Dibu is a training environment for talented people, a place to exchange ideas and implement Buddha's teachings and put them into practice in daily life. At the same time, Dibu is one of the important connections between South Asia and Asian countries. Besides, distinguishing feature of Dibu is that it will focus on training the young generation, especially the teenagers and juveniles, equipping them with life skills, promoting their own abilities to contribute to the comprehensive development of society. Dibu will develop appropriate training programs and curriculum for each course. The curriculum is designed to be taught on the website. Students and teachers can interact with each other using social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. In addition to students from India, Dibu can attract students from countries Myanmar, Burma, Thailand, Sri Lanka, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, Korea, and Japan.
Here is the news of Buddhist voluntary activities during the week.
On November 27, 2022, at THANG Pagoda, MINH Commune, Trân Thành Town, Bình Phước Province, with the elegance from Nun Tử Đạo Buddhist Diệu Huệ and Buddhist Thiện Diệu, who gave 100 gifts to support poor people in MINH Commune. Each gift is worth 3,100 VND. Previously, on November 26, THANG Pagoda also gave 160 gifts to support poor people in An Thuy Commune, Ba Chi District, Bến Tre Province. Each gift is worth 250,000 VND. The delegation also released live of 200 kilograms of fish into Bạch Đằng River, Bình Dương Province. These are the routine quarterly activities of THANG Pagoda. In order to share difficulties with people after the typhoon and flood, on November 25, 2022, Venerable Thích Minh Bảo, head of the District 4 Buddhist Parochial Board, Ho Chi Minh City, together with monks, nuns, and Buddhists, gave 400 gifts to support people in two communes, Cha Mai and Cha Táp, Nam Cham Mi District, Quảng Nam Province. Each gift is worth 800,000 VND. The voluntary activities are aimed to alleviate the difficulties for ethnic minority in remote, isolated, heavily affected areas in the provinces of Quảng Ngãi, Quảng Nam, Thừa Thiên Huế, and Da Nang City to welcome the 10th National Buddhist Delegate Congress. On the morning of November 29, 2022, the charity group of Tôn Thang Pagoda USA and Tu Khanh Pagoda District 4 Ho Chi Minh City, led by Venerable Thích Huệ Thành, A board of Tôn Thang Pagoda organized a charity trip to give gifts to support rural people at Ngọc Hiệp Vihara Kim Hoa Commune, Cầu Ngang District, Trà Vinh Province. The delegation gave 250 gifts necessity to local people. The total cost of this charity gift is 85 million VND.
Venerable monks and nuns, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has started this weekly Buddhist Newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on Peso TV channel. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.